describing national identity. Bettelheim Bruno argues that there is no doubt in the cultural importance of children's books, school textbooks, as a powerful means through which children learn their cultural heritage and identities. So, it is a great argument that says that if you want to inculcate cultural importance in the minds of your children, then the children books or the school textbooks are a powerful means to introduce your cultural values and make the children learn about their cultural heritage and identities. So, it is very common now also in Pakistan that there are storybooks for children in Urdu as well as English, in which the personalities from the religion who are exemplary for the students and children are written down, and these stories are becoming very popular amongst children. So that is a good way to introduce the cultural values amongst the students at a very early age. Also, talking about cultural heritage, there can be stories written on people who are not only contributing to the country but are also maintaining a high level of cultural awareness to be identified as Pakistanis and to display the national identity of a Pakistani. So that is a good resource to be used in order to make the students understand what is it meant to be a national of Pakistan. National or cultural identities are neither straightforward nor easily defined concepts. So, it must be kept in mind that although it is easy to say to keep your national identity or keep your cultural identity, it is not something very straightforward. It is not a piece of cake to say that keep your national identity. It is a tough job. And in order to become a national of a country, you really need to work on that. You really need to develop those habits in order to become the national of that country. It has been ignored widely in the syllabus and curriculum of Pakistani textbooks that the students have not realized, because even if the text was there, the teachers have not emphasized on the fact that to become a Pakistani national, they will need to learn a lot about the cultural and heritage value of being a Pakistani citizen, and only then they will be able to become a Pakistani citizen. Just holding a Pakistani identity card or a passport does not mean that you have become a Pakistani national. You have to learn the attributes of being a Pakistani, and that you can only learn from the textbooks, by looking at the history of Pakistan, by looking at the cause on which the struggle was made to make a different country, a separate country, and to have this freedom of practicing Islam in the way the Muslims wanted to practice Islam. So this cause and this reason has to be taken care of, and thus the development of the child has to be brought on the same lines in order to make the child an example of a national citizen of Pakistan. It is not an easy job. Identity here means awareness of oneself with a defined national and cultural context. So identity of a country is not just saying you have an identity card for that. Rather, it is meaning the awareness of oneself. What am I doing? What am I representing? Am I representing honesty? Because the word Pakistan means the people who are pure, a land of pure people. Am I really that pure? Am I really exhibiting the character of being pure? So by the very meaning of Pakistan, we need to be having very pure emotions, and whatever we say, we have to be honest on that. So it is not just mere identity. It has a lot of package within itself in order to show that we are Pakistanis. The relationship we establish between ourselves and the larger society, the way we identify with objects, institution, behavior, patterns, common traditions and history. So all these things are the package of identity. Let us look at this, how we represent ourselves in the larger society. When we go out of our country and we are sitting with people from other countries, how do we represent ourselves? Do we show that we are clean people? Do we care for hygiene? Because we are Pakistanis, we are pure people. Do we keep our country clean? Identify with objects. How do we relate ourselves to the things that are around us? Are we breaking furniture? Are we making a lot of noise when we are behaving in a country which is outside Pakistan, and the people, they know us that we are Pakistanis? Are we talking too loud? Are we not taking care of the elderly around us? What is our behavior? How do we react in our institutions? Do we own those institutions or not? What are our patterns? What are our beliefs? What are our traditions? Do we really greet people when we meet them, or we just ignore them because we don't care that anybody would be looking at us because we are not greeting? So what? We don't care for that because we are Pakistanis and we can do whatever we like. Are we having connections with our history? Are we making it possible for people to look at us and be proud of our history? These are the things which are connected to the national identity of Pakistan.